What is up, DTube Steam blockchain? So today I want to talk a little bit about a reality check, and it's kind of fun uh, to do videos and different perspectives and so on, and kind of coming at stuff in different angles, depending on the mood of the times, the mood of the week, the mood of the personality day. Okay, so here is an idea, some reality check. Okay, first of all, humans are expanding their borders of ignorance. That means how your life should be is something you found a couple of months ago that you thought was genius. Now you kind of see that that was probably kind of stupid, and now you sort of learned something new. And you're like expanding your borders of ignorance, and you realize, oh my god, I did not know anything then. And then you're like, okay, now I know a little bit at least. But then in a few months in the future, you're gonna be like, oh my god, I didn't even know anything then. So it's like, this is how life should be. You always keep learning. And when I got into the space, Bitcoin looked cool. But then I found better technology, found better solutions. I looked at it deeper. I saw people doing even more interesting stuff, and I sort of started to consider, well, we're kind of going towards abundance. So you can kind of come at Bitcoin at many different angles. One fun angle here is when states starts to look at the Bitcoin, it's already too late. I guess like all the money is already sucked out. And sure, when I mean already too late, I mean sure you can maybe get a 10x, maybe a 15x, maybe a 30x, but you're probably not gonna get a 100x or a 200x in value. And why, like, and you should even actually try to only go for the 1000x or the 10,000x, which can exist in real business opportunities. But it's like when businesses or when states starts to talk Bitcoin, it's like, yeah, all the money is probably already sucked out. And when I mean money, it's like, when I really mean money, I mean like 100x or 1000x. That probably is already too late. Um, and and it's kind of interesting to talk about this because this is something that most people do not want to hear. They do not want to hear this. They wanna find like the lottery ticket. But it's kind of like when the mainstream also, they probably in a few years also we're probably gonna get like the mainstream people start talking Bitcoin. Then you know for sure it is. You should probably be on to the next thing. Because it is kind of funny because like holders of Bitcoin becomes like the biggest shillers, and they sort of want to like, no, 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 it's gonna go up, it's gonna go, it's gonna go 100x or 1000x, and then you sort of start to see them hyping up, especially if you get like a 10% rise. Oh my god, a 10%, and I mean it's like it becomes silly eventually. It's a little bit fun to look at. But then you sort of realize in many ways that it's kind of like a cult. That even if they found something that was better, they would not want to switch. And to be honest, I've been seeing, like, if you actually go on the internet, and people have to do this themselves, do some research, you see new technology, and you see even smarter guys, they really start to look at, okay, I love the Bitcoin stuff, but I think I have invented a new, better model. And I mean, I think that if people are seeing that, they have to be honest and truthful with themselves that, well, this guy probably did something better. And it's like, and that's what I saw. I saw a guy like that. I'm not sure, I don't want to say the project. People should have awareness, look for themselves. Like, is this actually the best thing? And I think a guy did something that's even better. But it's like, it becomes like a cult with the Bitcoin stuff that, oh, nothing else ever will be better and so on. And it's just as with smartphones, like fanboys. And what you realize in this space is like people want to maximize stuff, and it's like that's probably not how it's gonna play out. Uh, it's kind of interesting, that thing. And the main reason why I sort of feel like it's like too late, but it's like it's not too late with other opportunities, right? And I mean, sure, I think it's too late if you can get even a 25x. Like that's kind of lame. If you can get 1,000x or a 10,000x is something else. That's good, of course. That you have looked at, and it's like when you're truthful with yourself and you see, is anyone actually using this? And you see, if Bitcoin was used a lot, like if people did like, if people like used it as payment and stuff like that, it's like, and on a mainstream scale, like millions of people, it would be a different thing. But then also the money already would be sucked out of it. It would not make, but it's like now it's not even millions they use it. It's like 10 years in, and people just use it as a store of value. And then you have to look at deeper into that. Like, okay, so people mainly looking at store of value, sort of hoarding. Like they just want to store something. They don't even need the transaction speed. Because it's like they're just storing stuff. So, and then it really becomes really about, well, people talking about scarcity, which that idea can be probably silly in many ways. Like that's a theory that I have that, well, if you look at stuff like with sense, you should start to first look at how the AI, artificial intelligence, is going to start to do everything in 5 to 10 years, which means it can do your job and it can pay you. So then, just looking at that little idea, then like the concept of scarcity becomes super silly. Like, why would anyone care? Because if the AI produces abundance, it's like, why would you care about scarcity? Like it makes zero sense. It's like, is there anything like I love the idea, like making something super scarce, and it's great for a Hollywood movie. It's like, oh, there's only this many, and oh, oh, there are only so many, and everyone desires it because it's some gold, but it's not really gold we're dealing with here. We're dealing with ones and zeros on the internet and game theory systems. And then it's like, okay, so it's not really scarcity we're talking about. Like that's not actually the thing. It's like we can create more abundance. Like we can print value way more, way more, way more than trying to sort of simulate a little bit of scarcity. Now, this is something that I don't think many people understand, but it wasn't scarcity. It was not scarcity that created abundance in the world. It was a lot of money, printed abundance. we basically printed abundance. That might sound super strange, but that's basically what humans did. It was not scarcity. It was not gold that created the wealth. People printed fiat, and they kept on printing it, and it actually worked. Now it's not perfect, but at the same time, the system keeps on going. And actually, even we're never gonna get to a perfect system, but you have to admit this system has created more wealth than anything else. This printing thing. And you can also have the theory of like, if people have 100% responsibility and never took a loan, and if we just kept on printing, it might actually be pretty amazing. And it's like, because in a way also have to look at it from personal responsibility. Like when people are taking loans and stuff like that, yeah, they're being pushed on a lot of stuff, advertising, all that. That's also a big role. Like they also have a responsibility role. So responsibility comes down to all aspects, okay? But you still have to admit that printing a lot of value has worked. It has worked because it's some zeros in a computer, right? We are already dealing with virtual systems, right? So why not create abundance with it? And it's like, okay, we can print tokens, right? So we can print abundance. Um, you know, so and we're gonna do that. We're gonna print riches, gonna print abundance, and that's what these blockchain systems are doing. It's like it makes sense. Makes sense to just print it. Uh, and then people have a lot of theories again about scarcity and stuff like that, but I have not seen a good point that actually would make sense. about scarcity, because I'm not seeing scarcity in the world in terms of when it comes to like opportunities and stuff like that. The people are getting more and more opportunities and all this. And looking at artificial intelligence doing all the stuff, and everyone has artificial intelligence. It's like, if when you have that, why would you even need this other thing? Like, nobody can make a point why would you need this, actually, this Bitcoin stuff. Like, I know, like, it's cool to make a 10x, 25x, but if you actually are looking at it, there's no real reason where anyone actually need it. I mean, it's like, if they want to do a little bit of money, I mean, it's cool, it's really cool, right? But you can probably do more money with the AI. You can probably do 1,000x with the AI. And I don't think, I don't know, man. It's like, it's just interesting, how people are looking at things. Um, yeah, that's what I want to talk a little bit about today. And you can come at this in so many angles. Sometimes I do videos looking at it from some side, sometimes other sides, and this is the part about being human, that like, you can look at things in different ways. You can try to come at things in different ways to sort of see if you realize something new, because it's not a clear cut thing. Like, it's not a nuanced thing, or it's not a non-nuanced topic where it's like a clear answer. It's like intelligence can look at things in many different ways, can explore things, because intelligence is aware